Hello and welcome to episode number 36 of the Golffront Podcast. My name is Brett Bevilacqua. I'm a realtor with Carolina Property Sales in Southern Pines, North Carolina. Every Monday, I release a new episode profiling one of the over 60 fantastic golf courses located in the Sandhills of North Carolina. This is the place to live if you live to play golf. This week, we take it easy and play another one of our 9-hole facilities, Midland Country Club. Located less than 5 miles from downtown Pinehurst, Midland Country Club is the perfect place to get a quick round in. I recently played the course on a packed day, and I was still able to finish in under an hour and 45 minutes. It is also a great track to walk. Most of the greens are close to the tee boxes, and there is very little elevation to speak of. The fairways at Midland are tight and the greens are small. From the back, it plays over 3,000 yards with a rating of 34.8 and slope of 130. It may not sound like much, but it gave me all I could handle and demanded precise shots all over the course. The bent grass greens were also a nice touch and in surprisingly good shape after a very hot July and August. Midland Country Club opened in 1984 and was designed by Tom Jackson. Jackson is well known in the Sandhills and built Cheraw State Park Golf Course, which I will get to very soon, Highland Golf Club from episode 11, and Pinewood from episode 24. Midland doesn't share much with those courses, but it isn't a pushover by any means. Midland has 2 practice greens but no driving range. For that, you'll need to go down the road a mile and visit their sister course, Knollwood Fairways, which was featured in episode number 1 of the Golffront Podcast. Midland Country Club has a 6-tee system, and that is one of the many things that sets it apart from Knollwood Fairways. From the tips, it has a 200-plus yard par 3, and both par 5s aren't easy to get to in 2. This par 36 is also a bit more traditional with a pair of par 3s and 5s and 5 par 4s. Depending on the tee box you choose, the first hole is a par 4 that plays anywhere from 200 to 350 yards. There is water left of the tee box that shouldn't really come into play. From there, the fairway opens up to a pretty friendly landing area. The approach tightens to a left-to-right sloping and small green. One thing about Midland Country Club, if you miss the greens, you will have bunkers, waste areas, pine straw, and wiregrass to contend with. Most of the time, just a few feet off the green. The second is a short par 3 that plays to an incredibly shallow green. You'll need to carry a gigantic bunker on the right. To my surprise, I found the green on a tee shot I pushed right. The green goes as far right as the bunker does. That was a nice surprise, and one of the few breaks green-wise you'll get at Midland. The green slopes left to right and back to front. For a short par 5, the third is a heck of a hole. Coming in at less than 475 from the tips, you'd think this would be easy to get home in 2. Well, not so much. There is a slight dogleg left, and going over the fairway bunker will set you up with a great angle on your approach. Just don't cut off too much of the corner. Even the perfect tee shot will most likely have you laying up. There is a bunker right about 100 yards in front of the green and another right in front of what is a very small green. If you can drop your second shot in the fairway between the 3 bunkers, you will have the best sight line and an easy half wedge to the green. This was easily my favorite hole on the course. 4 is a lengthy par 4 from the tips and probably the tightest fairway on the course. Going right off the tee will most likely block out your approach to this shallow green. The 5th is another par 5. It isn't long and would be a par 4 from any tee box other than the back tees on a championship course. That aside, it is another fun hole. The fairway slowly climbs up a rise and there is sand along the left and right rough. Around the green there are 2 waste bunkers, and if that wasn't enough, wiregrass that will eat up any shots that go wide of the bunkers. This hole reminds me of something I would find on one of the Pinehurst courses, but as I said, probably as a par 4. 6 is the most confusing hole on the course. There are tee boxes everywhere, and it took a minute to find the back tees. This par 4 is short, really short, just 297 from the tips. I am sure there are a few people who have reached the 6 from the tee, but you really need to head halfway down the fairway and see where the group in front of you is. You also are probably going to risk hitting a house, which isn't really cool. I got sick of waiting for the group in front of me, torched a drive off to the right, the green is off to the left by the way, and ended up pin high in the rough about 50 yards out. The best move is to club down, carry the small fairway bunker and hill just beyond for a half a wedge to the green, 2-putt, and take the par. The 7th is another medium-length par 4. This time the fairway has plenty of room and bends ever so slightly to the right. The green is protected by bunkers up front and is nestled between a few trees with low-hanging branches. The 8th is a long par 3 over 200 from the back and even 150 plus from the next 3 longest tee boxes. The green is a postage stamp and there are bunkers and waste area all the way up to the front of the green. Like the 3rd and 5th hole, the 8th is why you will come back to Midland. 9 is a lengthy par 4. There is a bunker and 2 ponds to the left of the fairway, but if you can get past the home, there is plenty of room for those of us who get a little too liberal with our fades. The 9th green may be the course's largest, but it still isn't very big, and there are 2 huge bunkers to the right. Midland Country Club was a lot of fun, much more than I expected. I really don't enjoy 9-hole courses. It is just not enough golf for me. On the day I played Midland, I'd already played 18, so it was perfect. That being said, I will go back for a number of reasons. It had 3 challenging holes, it is an easy walk, and the price was right. I played Midland Country Club and paid just $18 for greens fees with a cart. To put that in perspective, I was in Myrtle Beach and played the course that hosts the Miniature Golf Masters, and that cost me $16. For more information, check them out at knollwood-midland.com, or for tee times, give them a call at 910-692-3572. There's quite a bit of golf front property at Midland Country Club, and there are homes that can be had well under the average price in this area. If your budget is a little higher, there are plenty of luxury homes not much more than a 3-wood away from the course. If you are looking in Pinehurst or anywhere else in the Sandhills, give me a call or text at 845-365-3665 or send me an email at brett@hmpfilms.com and I will show you all the area has to offer. Once again, I'm Brett Bevilacqua with Carolina Property Sales. Next week, we play Pinehurst number 7, or 7 Lakes, or maybe Tot Hill.